there's ever a city that could have handled something like this, as far as mentally, as far as the minds of the people of the city, it was this one. We've been a racially diverse city with whites and blacks and Hispanics forever. You don't see the riots and the walk room and the hate game. You'll see it. You'll have reporters walk all around and they're trying to look for something and we look normal. Even with adding 1/3. But if you would have taken 30,000 purple people, they can't speak the language, can't drive, and don't have homes, and you just dump them into the city, you're going to have a problem. It doesn't make any difference who that is, and it is not an issue of race.
Okay, so I'm here today with
I'm Kevin.
Kevin. What brings you out here today?
Well, I love this city. I had the last of my things in a truck outside, so I think I'm seeing this downtown area possibly for the last time. I'm very sad because I've been my whole life, 59 years in the city I love. And I hate it that this has become a racist or racial issue. I hate this. When I was a little kid, I used to watch these infomercials on TV where they're trying to collect money for the Haitians and little kids with the swollen bellies and there's flies all over me. I would cry myself to sleep at night. I mean, if there's anything in my childhood that traumatized me, it was that. And whenever I grew up, just a couple of years ago, when they put a Haitian with me at work to teach them my job, I had a one-word answer for that. That was cool. There's ever a city that could have handled something like this, as far as mentally, as far as the minds of the people of the city, it was this one. We've been a racially diverse city with whites and blacks and Hispanics forever. You don't see the riots and the walk room and the hate game. You'll see it. You'll have reporters walk all around and they're trying to look for something and we look normal. Even with adding 1/3. But if you would have taken 30,000 purple people, they can't speak the language, can't drive, and don't have homes, and you just dump them into the city, you're going to have a problem. It doesn't make any difference who that is, and it is not an issue of race. I don't believe that anybody here thinks this is. I'd be surprised they think this is an issue of race. It's not.
I've interviewed a lot of people in Springfield. This is my second trip here, and I'll tell you what, not one person amongst, and some people are very upset with some of the issues, but not one person said anything racial. In fact, most people talked up at it. Said that most of them
They're nice people, as far as I can tell.
Yeah.
If somebody told me that because of something I said because I'm all leave, okay, but let me tell you about my family situation. I'm so proud of my family because I'm related to all of the well drillers that were in this town in the county in the 1970s. I'm related to all of them. My cousins, my uncle, my grandfather. And they, on their own dime, went to Haiti and drilled all the water wells so that they could have clean drinking water in Haiti. That was Springfield, Ohio. They did that.
Was that through like mission work or?
It's like a mission work, and they did it on their own dime.
Awesome.
And I was so proud. I'm so proud to be part of this family that contributed in that way. So racist? No, my sister on my birthday last year, April 6th of last year, she got hit by an uninsured, unlicensed driver. She is still trying to recover. And the taxpayers spent about $400,000 in this still got off. She just had a doctor's appointment again today. She's had a number of surgeries. And that guy is still driving. He never got a slap on the ribs. This is not about racism. This is about lawlessness. This is about the rule of law. So whenever I'm driving down the street, the car's coming at me, and I sort of want to get into the grocery store to go in and see empty milk shelves, we have a problem with trying to accommodate 1/3 of the people here with what we have. We have the storage possibilities, the housing and food. So, I support these cat ladies that are trying to bottle feed all these motherless kittens in the alleys of Springfield. Okay, you have the shelters completely full, all the private shelters. I know of someone between a mother and her daughter, I think they have 70 kittens. They can't hardly afford to feed these things. So if there's some rich people that care about Springfield cats, maybe not cats in particular, these ladies can use help.
And then, do they have any kind of, is there a group name or a way to get in contact with these people?
It's a group. There's Calico, TNR, and some. Well, I don't want to name any private names because they may not want to be involved in this. People in this town are scared. They've already seen the people come forward before. There's a lot going on here. I think Donald Trump brought this issue up. He wanted to hit the surface of a bunch of people who come and investigate. And when you get in there, it's much bigger. Much bigger. Okay? This is human trafficking. This is slavery going on. There's 20,000 people, times 20, times 40, times $5, $4 million a week. Okay, so yeah, okay. One last thing is you need to understand is that if we brought the videos out, the people that I know that have it, reports of these animals missing, the ducks and the geese are non-existent now. Used to be hundreds. Anyway, well, there's 5 the other day. Voodoo rituals are protected speech and religious speech and expression. We have the video of animal sacrifices, and nothing's going to be done about it because it's protected. It's a moot point. And so we want to get up here and get super crazy rich people that so the network is so large. You got people from out of the country calling in bomb threats to this town. Okay, that's how large the network is. This is about a network that's crazy rich. And this is coming in from all over the world. And people are scared. And people that have talked before, they've been scared out talking again. They went in the city commission meeting to apologize for not saying anything. It's crazy. I mean, you see it. They're bawling their eyes out. They're scared. We don't mean to do this in the city and all this and everything. And they've got legitimate complaints. They've got more than legitimate complaints. There's like 4 or 5 car accidents a day and stuff. And they're uninsured. They say no English. No English. Like you ask them. We don't hate these people. I love them. But we got. It's about lawlessness. It's about rules. And that's what I think most of us are here for. It's about doing this right. I'm going to tell you what, the people who just drop the situation on us, it's not the people who fix it. And so I'm very sad. Like I said, if I come down here for the last time, I don't know. I moved out of town. And I'm coming down here to talk about the race of people I was out with. And then whenever you get into my thing, we found 12 kittens the other day, newborn kittens on Maiden Lane, Alley, 12 in a box. And the people, a lady I know that was really into this, I think they're running for like 70 kittens right now, begging, the day before on Facebook, begging us to not ask her to do anymore. She said, I'm on it. The next day, she went to, you got to donate to people like that.
Yeah,
we need people that will stop caring, because if we can't care for the least of these, the kittens, the motherless kittens, why are they motherless? It's not something to joke about. It's to joke about. It's real. The situation is so much bigger than touching animals. I think the president was smart in drawing this in because it's huge. People being taken advantage of and living in squalor. We got people being charged $250 a week to sleep in a cot for 8 hours, and that's times 3 because they get out of the cot and somebody else comes and takes them over. I'm getting in a little deal.
Yes.
Maybe I should.
Oh, you say whatever you want to say.
But I can't get a job. I had 37 years in my company, and I can't get a job now because it took me so long to get all my tests, x-rays, MRIs, EMGs. You can't hardly get that done. I scheduled an EMG in April 11th, and I just got it done the other day. I lost my job because I couldn't get everything in at time. Now I got Social Security disability I'm fighting for. Oh, well, you don't have enough of a medical history to show your problem. I can't get into a 100% capacity at the hospital. And I hear that one whole wing is HIV patients.
I've heard that too.
And that comes from Kyle Taylor, as far as that's what I read. What I read, that comes from Kyle Taylor. And so that's what it is. But,
How can we fix this issue?
well, we fix this issue by bringing, first of all, you have to have interpreters. You can't charge anybody with anything. They can't know the law if they can't read the language. Nobody can teach them anything. You have to have interpreters. We need interpreters. We need a lot of facilities built quickly. I don't think that they can all stay here. The country's bigger than this. I don't think they can all stay here. I think that we need interpreters. You have to have people to help them assimilate what they want to do. If they don't want to do that, then they need to leave. To put it bluntly, but again, I would be very sad if I thought that my little talk here would cause them to all be thrown out when my heart has always been for charity, being charitable to Asian people. So we have two services now that are taking jobs inside. Because of the price of housing, and because being able to get a job, it's time for me to leave. I love this city and the people. My whole life, I've gone in and out all places in the city, in all areas, and never felt like I was in danger. And that's been 59 years of my life, so that's a credit to Springfield. And again, we've always been a mixed city. It's always been that way. We get along remarkably well considered. And I could get more in depth on that, and we'd have to bring somebody else involved. But I'd really like to bring somebody else.
I mean, you can say anything you want. I don't want you to say anything you don't want to say.
I don't want to get anybody in anything.
Okay, I respect that.
So I have to live with what I'm sure of.
All right, well, do you have anything else you want to share with us?
I think it would be very effective if Donald Trump would have a moment of silence for all the people that's lost their lives. Because all the murders and the rapes, all of the fentanyl deaths that has happened under the Biden administration. But frankly, I think if he had a moment of silence in his rallies, I think that's my brother's idea, and he would really love for the president to hear that. But there's a really good article on the Jewish, I think it's the Jewish Journal. I don't know if you've seen that, but it's an article with details. It tells all the facts about everything. If you read that article, it'll tell you very deep what's going on here in this town.
Okay.
And they'll name names, and they'll name places, and they'll name numbers, and I don't have to give them.
Yes. All right, so it's a Jewish Journal.
I believe it's called Jewish Journal. There was an opinion page on Jewish Journal, and they went into some detail the other day, and it was very, very detailed.
Okay, I'll look it up then. No worries. I can
It's about Springfield human press.
Okay. Does it, so,
Yeah, we'll get there.
so anything else that you want to say right now?
I hope that we can all come together and work this out. I hope it doesn't become violent. I think a change in leadership in this city and in this country is the only way we're going to fix it.
All right. I appreciate you speaking with me.
Kevin spoke to me from the bottom of his heart. His emotion was palpable as he explains about the lawlessness that is evident in the town of Springfield, as he speaks about the problems, especially his sister, who last year on his birthday was mowed down by a Haitian driver that was uninsured and unlicensed, and yet is still driving, had no consequences, while his sister has undergone several surgeries and still cannot walk to this day. So he has a right to be emotional about what's going on in this city. In fact, he says in our interview that He's got his stuff packed in the truck outside, and he's thinking this might be the last night possibly he sees Springfield, because he's just done with it. He's ready to go. And this is a man that loves Springfield. And this is also a man that is not racist, that evidences what everybody else in Springfield has shown me, that there is no racism involved here. None. At least not with the normal folk of Springfield, Ohio. They are people. Kevin, in fact, flat out says, that you could have dropped 20,000 purple people into Springfield and had just as many issues. The color don't matter. The race don't matter. It's the influx of a large group of people when the city was already struggling. And people are upset about it. And people are very upset about the driving, the incidents that keep happening, and the lawlessness. Because it seems that laws apply for us American citizens. But for these Haitians that have come into Springfield, it seems as though that the law does not apply the same to them. Well, because they're uneducated and they don't speak English. And so how are they supposed to know? Well, you're right. How are they supposed to know? How are they supposed to know? Lest we have interpreters there. Lest we have programs set up to actually help the situation. I don't have all the answers. I don't believe Kevin has all the answers. I don't believe any one of us have all the answers. But when we come together collectively and we share our thoughts and our emotions concerning important topics, that's when things get done. That's when answers come out. When we collectively come together and all of our minds are sharpening each other's minds and we work together. And that's what's happening in Springfield right now. Kind of. There are many people that are standing up and they're voicing their truth. There are many others who would love nothing more than to be able to do that, but are so scared over consequences and repercussions that they will not say a word about what's really going on in that city. And it's such a shame. That's such a shame. The people I've talked to in Springfield, they're beautiful people. They love their city. Every one of them. I have yet to find somebody that told me anything otherwise. They all love their city. But they're faced with problems that they can't deal with on their own. They're faced with problems that, honestly, they should have never been faced with the way that they are. And the things that are being uncovered now are going to continue to be uncovered. The truth is coming out in Springfield. And it's a wonderful thing, but it's also a bittersweet thing, because the truth, it seems, at least so far, is going to be a lot deeper than what anybody ever expected. So stay tuned as we continue to unravel what's really going on in Springfield, Ohio. And if you like what we're doing here, I just ask that you support us by hitting the like button, subscribe to our channel, because it's viewers like you that help us to keep going. The truth needs to be heard, and every voice is important. So until next time, embrace the stories that matter.